This is a Toyota Tundra SR5 with a TRD Sport 4x4 trim package, and today we're going to review it. Today, we're working with our friends at Heinz Toyota in Mankato, Minnesota.
Hey folks, I'm Rob.
And I'm Nathan.
And we are
Two Guys in a Ride.
Say, Nate, tell the folks what we're taking a look at today.
Today we are taking a look at the Toyota Tundra SR5 with the TRD Sport 4x4 package.
That's right, but before we do, if you want to keep up to date with all the new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and you want to know how to use all the technology that's built into them, plus you like cool collector car stories,
take a moment to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification so you never miss a video.
That's right. So what do you say, Nate?
Let's go for a ride.
The Toyota Tundra is available in 6 trim levels, and it starts at the SR at $33,675, the SR5 at $35,365, the Limited at $42,390, the Platinum at $48,895, the 1794 edition at $48,895, and the TRD Pro at $48,775. And there is available of 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive and double cab or crew cab configurations with either a 5.5 or an 8.1 bed links. This particular one is presented here in magnetic gray metallic, and it has a black fabric interior, and as configured, it's stickered at $49,346. It's powered by a 5.7 liter aluminum I-Force double overhead cam 32 valve V8 with dual independent variable valve timing with intelligence, and it produces 381 horsepower and 401 pound-foot of torque. It's driven by a 6-speed electronically controlled automatic transmission with intelligence, sequential shift mode, and uphill, downhill shift logic, and this one does have 4-wheel drive. Now out front, I do like this beautiful grille. I love it, I actually do. It's a gray grille with the body colored surround and has the body colored front bumper caps as well. These are LED headlights with LED accent lights and black sport trim, and they have the auto on off feature. You also do have the LED fog lights and front tow hooks. Now up top there is a TRD hood scoop. It does have intermittent, variable intermittent windshield wipers with windshield wiper de-icers, and it is high solar energy absorbing glass. I like it. I like the front end. It just looks good. Let's take a look around the side. Okay, these are the 20-inch 6-spoke TRD Sport Package alloy wheels, and they're wrapped in P275 55 R20 tires. Now it has an independent coil spring high-mounted double wishbone front suspension with TRD stabilizer bar and sport tuned Bilstein shocks. And out back is a live axle with trapezoidal multi-link rear suspension, multi-leaf rear suspension, with staggered and outboard mounted sport tuned Bilstein shocks and TRD stabilizer bar. Now it is a 4W demand part-time 4-wheel drive with electronically controlled transfer case with active traction control and automatic limited slip differential. It does have power assisted brakes, and up front are 13.9-inch ventilated brake discs with 4 piston brake calipers, and out back they are 13.6-inch rear ventilated disc. I do like these powder coated black aluminum Predator step tube steps. Really cool. They look good on this truck. It also does have the body colored power outside tow mirrors with blind spot warning. They have the integrated turn signal indicators, and they are manual extending and folding. And this does of course have the black matte black door handles, and it does have the smart key sensor to lock and unlock as well. It does have the black belt line and window trim, and as you see, it does have the deep tinted rear side glass. And out on the back quarter panels, it does have the TRD Sport Off-Road decals as well. Let's take a look around the back. Okay, out back, this is an easy lower and lift tailgate, and it does have the traditional incandescent tail lights. I do like the flat black tailgate insert badge because they add that, and it's a stick-on, but it emphasizes the Tundra stamp in the tailgate, and I think it gives it that nice 3D look and makes it stand out. This also does have the body-colored step bumper, and you see it does have the tow hitch receiver with 4 7-pin connector, and it does have trailer sway control and an integrated brake trailer controller with multi-information display up inside on the dashboard just to the right of the steering wheel. Now, said it's easy lift, easy lower, there it is. Let's talk about the cargo bed area. First, we notice that it does have the sprayed-in factory bed liner. Now, this is a 5.5-foot short bed cargo box. It does also have a full-size spare tire mounted under the body between the frame rails. Now, cargo floor length to the front, 66.7. Cargo bed width, 66.4 inches. Cargo bed width at the wheel houses internally is 50 inches, and cargo bed height is 22.2 inches. I really like that. You can see also it does have the tie downs as well, and you've got the Tundra stamped in the front up there. Now, so let's talk about some of the safety systems available on this Tundra. It does have the pre-collision system with pedestrian detection. I really do like that. It has the lane departure alert. It has automatic high beam headlights. It has the dynamic radar cruise control, vehicle stability control, traction control. We talked about this as well. Anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution. You've got those big giant rotors to help stop it as well. It does have the blind spot monitor. Another one of my favorites is the rear cross traffic alert. It has brake assist and so very much more with the Toyota Safety Sense systems. Some of the options available for this Tundra are the front and rear parking assist sonar. So your beep, beep, beep or whatever when you back up or you go forward, it lets you know something's there. It does have the large capacity fuel tank, which is on this one. You see it's got the sprayed in bed liner, what this one has. The TRD Bilstein shocks, engine and fuel tank skid plates, running boards. There's an SR5 leather package, a TRD off-road package, a TRD sport package, a trail edition package. There's also a deck rail system inside the bed here with adjustable tie-down cleats and so very much more. So what are the dimensions on this truck? Let's talk about that. Front track, 67.9 inches. Well, rear track, 67.9 inches. Overall width, 79.9 inches. Has an overall length, 228.9 inches. 76.2 inches in height, and it rides on a wheelbase of 145.7 inches. It has a minimum ground clearance of 10.6 inches, an approach angle of 26 degrees, a departure angle of 17 degrees, and a base curb weight of 5,640 pounds. It also has a maximum payload of 1,516 pounds and a max towing of 9,600 pounds. Turning circle, 44 feet, and fuel capacity with the oversized additional fuel tank is 38 gallons. Now, let's talk about the safety. Well, IIHS has rated it for frontal crash protection as superior and side crash protection as good. Performance, 0 to 60, 6.4 seconds. Standing quarter mile, 14.7 seconds. Top speed, 110 miles an hour. And braking, 60 to 0, 138 feet. Well, what about its appearance? Well, I actually like the old school, tough, brawny, and unbreakable look that it presents. I think it's a good looking truck. I'm glad they haven't changed it. Dependability. Basic warranty, 3 years, 36,000 miles. Drivetrain warranty, 5 years, 60,000 miles, which of course is the highest ranked vehicle in its segment in terms of dependability according to the 2019 J.D. Power Vehicle Dependability Study. Economy, you've got 13 city, 17 highway, and 14 combined. You know, it's a big truck and it can tow and it can haul. That's not bad at all for the fuel mileage. So that's my exterior review, but if you missed any of the information in my review, you can rewatch the video and of course check out the notes in the description area down below. Now let's take a look inside, but before we do, take a moment to give us a like, leave a comment, and please click on that subscribe button down below. Okay, Nate, what do you say? Take it away.
And stepping on the inside here, all of this up here is like a soft touch plastic up here, and you've got harder touch surfaces down here. You do have 2 bottle holders right here, along with some massive storage front and rear of those. You have one of your 9 speakers from your audio system, and then up here you have auto down for the drivers, in other words express down, and the standard power windows for the other 3. You have your unlock and lock buttons, your window lockout, as well as a physical lock and unlock button here. On the driver's seat, you do have 8-way power, not including 2-way power lumbar, so a total of 10-way power. Now on the passenger seat, it is a 4-way manual adjustment. Down here on the floor, I really like these Tundra rubber mats that they put in here. It looks really nice. You do have, of course, your pedals over there, and then you do have a physical emergency brake right here. Coming on up from there, we have the dome light in the rear bed, and that, of course, is off, open, on with the doors, or just on. You have your auto high beam select right here. You have your power rear window switch right here. You have, of course, your mirror controls up here. You have your dome light controls here. And then this, of course, will adjust your headlights. So raise or lower them, which is, I really like the physical control right there. The steering wheel itself is a telescoping and tilting, but it's a manual adjustment and it's found right underneath here. Now the SR5 package, which this has, it's a $945 option, and it adds these front captain's chairs instead of the bench seat. It adds the power driver's seat. It also adds this massive center console along with the urethane shift handle right here. It does include also the 3 front cup holders, because you've got one on that side for the driver, and then you've got 2 in the door. So a total of 3 for each passenger. And then, of course, it also includes the anti-theft alarm and the engine immobilizer. All right, let's step on the inside. All right, let's give it a push start. Oh, I like that. The Tundra comes on and the lights come on it. That looks really cool. Okay, so on the instrument panel up here, you've got all analog gauges except for the center, where you have a digital driver's information center, which does a lot of things. And if you want to see a video on what's all in there, including a detailed video of what's in the infotainment screen, you can click on the link above. You have an analog tack, and then this button right here will adjust the brightness and dimness of your screen. So I really like that, and it's just, you just keep pushing it and it adjusts it. You've got analog oil pressure gauge, you've got an analog engine temperature gauge, analog battery and fuel gauge, and then your speedometer, and then your odometer trip reset is a physical push button right there. Back on the steering wheel, on the left is kind of all of your media controls and your voice command. You have a hold, and you can switch modes on the stereo. You've got your phone buttons here. This does also have a pass-through. If you hook up your phone through Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can access Siri or a Google Assistant. Over on the right is these buttons would control your driver's information screen that's up here in the middle, as well as this button does. Okay, down here is your adaptive cruise gap setting. Now, what I do like is this has the old traditional Toyota, we always look for these, cruise control that you see in pretty much ever since Toyota was made. But I like that. But the adaptive part is up here, and you can increase or decrease your gap there. And then you have your lane departure warning system right here. Okay. All right, so moving down just to the right of the steering wheel, next to your start-stop button, you've got a tow haul and an integrated brake controller for your trailer system right down here. Moving just over to the right from there, you do have your four-wheel drive switch. You got two-wheel drive, 4 low and 4 high. Okay, moving on up to the infotainment screen. This is an 8-inch screen. It has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, Sirius XM, and HD radio, as well as AM and FM radio, and Amazon Alexa. Now, in addition to that, you do have a bunch of physical buttons right here. And again, if you want to watch a detailed video of that, you can click on the link above. Coming on down, you have a dual zone auto climate system. And of course, this is your auto button here, your off button. I like it when they put a physical sync button. I really like the knobs they put in with the texture. You have got, of course, your defroster buttons, your circulatory, your fan speed, rear defroster, and of course your modes right there. And then your hazard button right here. Now, down below that, you have this little added piece right here that's got a little extra cup holder. You've got 2 more cup holders behind that with a pass-through, and you do have a really long storage area right here on the far right. Okay? And in addition to that, there's another storage pocket down here, just on the passenger side. Okay, now just up from this single cup holder here, you do have a USB input. This is for your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and then these are charge only, but they're 2.1 amps each. Okay, and then over here you got traction control on or off, and then you do have a 12-volt outlet plug-in. Moving back to the shifter, this is polyurethane, and so is the steering wheel, and it's a gated shifter, and you do have a manual shift mode, which you can put the shift lever into and use that if you want. And then the storage area is massive under here. You could probably fit 2 gallons of milk in there. And then you do have a 12-volt outlet right here, and then underneath the cover, you have a little extra storage area for a couple of different things. Moving over to the glove compartment, you've got a large glove compartment here, and I like it when they put the different shelves in. So this is holding all of the manuals, and then you got more storage under that, and then you got a third compartment over there. So quite a bit of storage. Okay, moving on up here, this is a auto-dimming rear view mirror along with your 3 home link buttons, and you can, of course, power on or off the auto-dimming part if you want. You've got sunglass storage up here. You do have your emergency SOS button under here. You've got a little clip for some papers up here. And then, of course, you do have your reading lights, which are just a push. The visors themselves are lit. They have lights on either side, and they, of course, are telescoping. And it's the same on both sides. Now, on the driver's side, you do not have any grab handles, but you do have 2 on the passenger side, and you do have 2 on each of the rear doors. All right, let's step in the back. All right, in the back row, in the door, you've got your, of course, your standard power switch. You do have 2 of your 9 speakers, and then you got double cup bottle holders right here, and then just again massive storage in the back. In the front part, it's a really shallow opening. It's only about 1 inch deep, but you do have about 6 inches of space there. All right. The driver's seat does not have any map pocket storage, but the passenger seat does. And in the center of the console, it's a pretty simple layout, but you've got just your vents right here, and then you do have a 12-volt outlet. All right, let's step in and see how much room there is. Well, sadly to say, there just isn't much room in this pickup. All right, like any modern 4-door pickup, it's like kind of stepping into the living room. I've got over 1 foot of space. This seat's adjusted where I was when I was driving, and I've got plenty of knee room, and headroom, I've got multiple inches. I've got 2.5, 3 inches. So just a lot of storage. The one thing that we did notice is that the rear floor is slightly raised from the front floor. And you can see that when you push the seats forward where the air vents are. And as a result, the bottom of the seat doesn't quite come up and support you underneath here, which would be nice if it did. It just provides for a more comfortable ride, I think. But there is plenty of room. Now this is a 60-40 split seat. You do have a pull-down armrest, and it's not the elevated kind. The back is slightly elevated, but you do have 2 cup holders with a pass-through right there. So overall, the seats themselves are comfortable. I wish there was more support, or up here the seat was tilted, or the floor was a little lower or something. But there is a neat trick in this pickup, and I'm going to show you what that is, so you can get a lot more storage back here in case you don't have passengers. Okay, it's real simple. There's a pull handle on the side of the seat, and if you pull that, you can just take the seat and push it up until it clicks. And then you've got this flat floor right here. There's a little bit of a dip right here, but Toyota figured that there would be more space here instead of folding the seats the other direction and trying to make a completely flat floor. So while a bit uneven, you have a lot of storage back here. And then to lower it, it's the same process. You pull the same lever, and it just clips right down. And one of the things I like about this is when you pull on it, it's latched. We don't always find that in every pickup. So these ones are latched when they go down, which is nice. All right, off for the ride in the Tundra SR5. I gotta tell you, it's comfortable. Getting in and out of the vehicle was not a problem. Not only does it have the running steps on the side, but it has extra little steps that are underneath that. So it really makes getting in and out quite easy. Now, in terms of parking the vehicle, it is a big vehicle, and it does not have front parking sensors or a front camera, which would make it a little easier to park, but it does have the rear backup camera with swivel dynamic guidelines. So altogether, pretty easy to park. In terms of where everything is laid out in the vehicle, well, voice command that's on the steering wheel takes care of navigation, takes care of audio or media, and takes care of your phone. And actually, the system works really well. It's very responsive. It's understood everything I've said so far, no confusion or anything. So, thumbs up on the voice recognition software in here. If you need manual controls, well, the 8-inch touchscreen is just right off to the side here with physical buttons on either side of it, and then your dual zone climate controls right underneath, and everything just falls right to hand. So easy to manipulate everything that you would need to touch on the vehicle. In terms of comfortable ride, the seats themselves, it's an 8-way power on the driver's side, and in addition to that, 2-way power lumbar. And then on the passenger side, it's manual, but the seats are quite comfortable, and I find the ride absorbs almost all the little bumps on the road, despite its large size, and it's a very quiet ride. So overall, I'm impressed. All right, so in a minute here, I'm going to pull over and let Rob climb in and give you his impressions from behind the wheel. Stay tuned.
Okay, taking a ride. Yeah, buddy. I like this. You really set up high, but that's typical of most full-size pickup trucks. But one of the things I like is it really rides nice. It's not loaded down with anything, and it's very comfortable. It's quiet in here as well. I'm going through city streets right now, but I'm hitting some ruts and bumps, and you may have heard that one as well. We ran over a manhole cover. So yeah, it's got a little, it's very quiet, very well insulated and isolated from the outside. Safety systems, I talked about blind spot. It's got pedestrian detection. Of course, it has ABS, has radar cruise control, automatic high beams. It's got sensors front and rear, so many things, and I'll cover more of those in the whole list in my exterior review. Fit and finish, it really is buttoned down. It's a little dated. This truck in its basic form has been out since 2007, but that's not particularly a bad thing. It works, and it's highly rated for reliability. And if you've got something that works and it's been proven like this vehicle has, why change it? That's just it. You don't want to change it just for the sake of redesigning a new look. And I like that about the Tundra. It's a really tough looking truck, and I think it absolutely works. The fit and finish is very well put together inside. It's not in this form. The SR5 is more of the base model. It's not really luxurious, but it's very well done, and it looks absolutely good. Perfect. It looks right on this truck, and I think that's a good thing. All right, here we go. Going to test acceleration. Oh yeah. Up. Oof. Wow. I like the sound. That's really good. Man, oh man. Not bad at all.
All right, so my favorite thing is this massively huge rear powered window that goes out, and it's the whole entire window. I absolutely love that. My favorite thing.
Okay, my favorite thing, I love the whole front end of the vehicle, but I like the hood, and I actually do like the hood scoop. I'm not even sure if it's functional. I think it is, but it just looks right on this truck. It's just massive, and it looks good. My favorite thing. Well, that's our review of the Toyota Tundra SR5, and we appreciate you spending some time with us. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and please click on that subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.